So I
Wait.
would like, yeah.
And correct, that's about where on the map would that be again?
U19. So it's that little peninsula that's next to
see.
the cactus forest off to the right of the Face Desert.
I see.
The green bot.
Yep, I see that.
Face desert.
It looks like a face, doesn't it?
Oh, I see it now.
God damn it. That's
Oh,
another
no.
person that this map
Check
is
the
ruined
pins.
for.
Check the pins.
Oh, no.
The group of you are now standing outside of the Cartography Guild Hall, near the center of town, and it stands at roughly 3 stories tall, or at least there's one large story down at the bottom and a tower in the front corner that reaches up 2 more stories. Marcello comes out of the front of the building. He has in his hand a scroll. The guild master is sort of sending out these messenger birds to all of the sister locations, sending messages that to notify the surrounding areas that when you guys show up and present this scroll to any banks and any major locations, you'll be able to get your payment, which will allow you to travel the world without ever having to necessarily return, up until you need to renew your contract exactly 1 year from now.
I have most excellent news, my friend. We've been granted funding, and the project is a go for a whole year. Isn't this exciting? Isn't this grand? We get to travel to lands far beyond our remote corner of the world. We get to see everything. Forests, the cliffs, the mountains, the deadly lava pool, the assassins, the thieves, the pillagers. Isn't it all exciting?
I'm not too sure about the thieves part, but you're saying that our adventure is completely funded?
Most certainly. 1 full year from today's date, we have that much time to explore as many corners of the world as we can reach. And I intend to reach them all. No matter the cost. Well, actually, the cost has been defined in advance by the guild, but no matter the cost.
1 year, you say? This should give me plenty of time to understand my specimen here.
I really don't like the way that we continue to do that. I would really appreciate it if you would be a little bit less creepy about it. But man, a whole year? A year is a long time. Should be able to get plenty done.
Hopefully I can figure out how this world works by then.
Well, I do suppose that there are many natural things to be seen.
Well, I suppose now would be a good time as any to get started. Where do you suppose we should go first?
Well, considering the geographic bounds of this here cape, I suggest we go the one way where there is land. Towards the desert we march, gentlemen.
The bells ring, heralding the end of the day. The sun is starting to set. If you guys would like to travel into the night, you can. This is technically a pseudo-sandbox adventure. Or you can do something else. Something that your characters do know about is that the area that you're heading, that purple area, purple is meant to mark magical areas. And this specific section is actually the magical cactus forest.
It would be most wise to avoid the hot days. I do not appreciate sand when it's that hot.
I don't appreciate sand at all. We should find another way.
You gentlemen can express as many grievances as you want, but might I remind you who is providing your funding and for what purpose?
You want someone to carry you on their shoulders?
I will not set 1 foot in that desert.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have
You
to
see-
carry me.
Okay, I do want to interject for a moment, just to explain. Isai is like 500 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really
This is-
heavy. Just a reminder, we're probably gonna have, as fun as like interpersonal conflict is, and as much as we're probably gonna want to roleplay that from time to time, something I might remind you guys of is that this is gonna be a lot more fun, if y'all's characters get along. So that means, coming to compromises sometimes, like with the whole desert thing. When we get to that point, you'll have to determine whether it would be more fun, find some way to either like carry him or like knock him out and drag him through, or if you'll decide that it's more fun to just compromise and stick to the coast. We're going to be taking the more fun option rather than the one that makes the most sense. But for right now, is that where you guys want to continue to head towards?
I'd say so. But
Yes.
what does the group think?
Yeah, I think so.
I say we head to the desert.
You guys are sort of in a grassy area, and you walk through the night, and you do have your torches on you, so you can see. You're all good there. As you're going, you eventually leave the town, and the brick roads are now behind you. Traveling along a dirt road, you pass any farms or ranches that might be in the area, and finally even the dirt roads end, and you find yourselves just among the grass fields. And the further you go, the more the grass turns to more of a yellow savanna. There's grass patches in some places and small shrubberies, but for the most part, the ground has now turned into this coarse dirt. You're approaching almost a wall of fog.
It's quite wonderful, but I'm a little concerned about the fog.
I am most concerned about this blasted fog. We finally reached the point at which the maps run out. And as soon as I reach the point where I can start making my new ones, I can't see anything!
Wonder if I could do something to clear it out.
That would be most helpful.
Hayden, can I disperse the fog?
You would make it a lot easier to see, that's for sure. But I think you're underestimating how immense this fog is. So you'd be able to see more of your general surrounding area, if you did that. You wouldn't be able to completely dispel it, though, because it's covering this entire forest.
Well, I'll try to do something. I have learned my fair share of Lumos spells. Then you can sort of see me just flick my staff, my quarterstaff, and the edges of it sort of light up. There are these beams of light coming out of it, and it's hard to look at, but we can see a little bit deeper into the fog now. So should I roll?
Yep. That's going to be, your creation, and then it's going to be a challenge rating of 12.
Why don't we just have the bird fly overhead and report back what he sees?
Holy
shit! Dang, okay. So...
Okay, so I cast a fucking volcano.
So you're able to cast your spell, and you can sort of see almost this bubble appear out of the fog in a circumference around where your staff is. And it will allow you guys to see quite a good amount in front of you and above you and behind you and to the sides. But you won't be able to have perfect vision much past where the fog is.
Marcello, does this help?
Well, it's a start.
So, as you guys head into this forest, the savanna behind you disappears, and you suddenly find yourselves encased in fog. Heading in, you see sort of those small cacti that you can see from time to time. Eventually, you come across those large cactus that you see with the tall stature and with the arms sticking out from the sides. The further you go in, the taller these things seem to get, and the thicker they seem to get. And eventually, you get to a point where the cacti are stretching above your vision and into the fog. And as you're going well into the night, when the moon can no longer pierce through the fog, you hear something odd.
What's that?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Okay, everybody stop moving. Sounds like a rodent. What's a rodent doing out here?
Well, I'm sure there are plenty of mice that are native to this biome.
I don't know about that.
Oh, cacti make a much better home than you think if you're a mouse or a bird. Small bird.
Are there any mice
cacti?
So the things that you guys are hearing, you can tell, are sort of coming just from the edges of your vision. They seem to be keeping very, very close to the edge of the fog, but not quite coming into the light.
I still do not like this, as we're disrupting the natural habitat too much.
Would you gentlemen like me to investigate? I pull out my torch, which is obviously not lit, but I could take a closer look if you wish.
Perhaps the 9-foot-tall tree man should take a closer look.
I mean, we could burn him instead of the torch, but the torch would be much more humane, I'd say.
Well, that's not really what I was thinking of.
Oh, do pardon my misunderstanding, and please don't kill me.
So Morgul is going to grab one of his torches and walk out towards the edge of the fog.
Do not worry, there's nothing to be afraid of from me.
Can you roll your agility? And I'm going to set the challenge rating at 15. Your reflexes are on point, and you approach, and something jumps out at you. You then see little creatures, cactaceans, and basically they almost look like these little crabs, but the shell of the crab is a cactus. They're like a living plant. They're jumping out and attacking you. And luckily, because of your agility roll, you guys will get to go first.
Oh my god, cactaceans, I should have known.
I think they're kind of cute.
You see that as one comes up and pincers your foot, and the pincers are covered in all of the cactus spikes.
Lord Almighty, that is painful!
How big are they?
The slightly larger than what like a normal king crab might be.
Okay, hold on. I just had a really stupid idea. Okay, so can I teleport Ekai, or however the fuck you say this dude's name?
Yes.
Can I teleport him on top of one of the crabs because he weighs 500 pounds and he would just crush it instantly?
Oh,
That would hurt him a lot because they're covered in like the briars.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
can I transmute one of the cactuses into a bunch of oil, and then
Oh.
Manger can light it on fire to create a ring of fire around us?
The entire time this is going on, I am just using my on the torch to try and beat this crab off of my bed.
Morrigal will do an area attack. You just swing the halberds around like a crazy person. Sean will transmute the cactus into something flammable. I will light it on fire. Marcello's gonna beat a crab with a torch. And what's Jacob gonna do?
Would I be able to like put on the gauntlet and then use telekinesis to kind of like raise the ground around them to trap them in there?
I want you guys to be creative. When it comes down to it, we can just chalk all of those things up to be assisting an ally, and that'll give him one advantage for every single one of you.
Okay.
Alright, so if Jacob melts the ground so it funnels the crabs into the blender, basically, that Morrigal has going on here. That's an advantage, I guess. And then the fire could be doing about the same thing. Marcello is going to beat a crab with a torch while this is happening. Alright, so...
Okay. Oh, so you only need to do this only do it against 4. Because then Marcello can do one attack against the one on his foot.
Okay.
And then you only need to do it against 4.
Get that 86%.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Marcello, do you want to do yours? Is your torch lit?
No.
Okay.
I've been a little too flustered.
You do have energy.
That was related more to my craft, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I wonder if you
Yeah.
could think of some cool like cartography way to fight this thing.
You just like draw a giant area on the map that says there aren't crabs here. And then I'll go away.
I just draw a big circle. No crabs. no. I'll save that for something more. I don't know what the word is, but
More dangerous,
Yeah.
probably. Like this is a no dragon situation, I think.
Wow,
Yeah,
and that's gonna be like infinite disadvantage if you're gonna cover the entire forest with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do something like really simple, you could like kick sand in its eyes and
Yeah,
it can't see.
just kick it, and I just have you do an agility roll.
I was gonna say if I want to do something mundane, what happens if I like hit my leg? You know, the leg that the crab is attacking. If I just hit that leg against a cactus.
Oh my god, that would probably hurt you a lot more.
Oh no, I mean
We'll
hit
see.
the crab. That's on the
Yeah,
leg.
well, if you fail it, the success with a twist is definitely going to be you getting hurt.
Don't worry, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely seems like something your character would do, though. So why don't we just do that?
Again, he's a little flustered. He's not exactly thinking how he could put his skills to the test. He's just like, get this off of me!
I really hope you fail this.
Oh, it's okay. I only have
I think he should be favored. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean, 40% chance is still that still could happen.
yeah.
It
Well,
hurts so much, and I am so sorry.
Nice. Okay.
you
Oh,
did it.
Alright, Hayden,
It just-
there's one more thing.
Yeah.
We have to figure out where I ended up because I put on the gauntlet.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Let's
Uh-oh.
I want Wyatt to explain what happened with Morgul first.
Okay, so after that first crab tried to launch at him, he reacted enough so that he managed to put the tip of his halberd in its way so that it impaled itself on it. And then, first dropping his torch and spinning around, grabbing his other halberd out, spinning and doing a clean slice through the rest of the crabs that had surrounded him.
And
Call that
then,
one the blender.
that's a good one.
so Sonark, I'm just imagining like as soon as you slapped the gauntlet on, he just disappears. Like pretty much directly after he did the spell. Sonark, you suddenly find yourself up in the air, basically having teleported straight up. You're up in the fog where the sort of the light casting from Menger's thing doesn't reach anymore. And up there, you can actually see the tops of these really tall cacti, and they see you too. These tall cacti, which aren't cacti at all, take notice to the group of you, and also take notice to the fact that one of their kin was just turned into a flammable liquid and lit on fire.
Oh, this is less than ideal.
6 Anacacti bend their snake-like heads down into the light to basically pick you guys off on the ground.
What the places is that?
Oh no.
And now it's their turn. What's your toughness, Morgul?
It is 19.
So one of them comes down, and its briars along its snake-like cactus body sink into your barky skin as it wraps itself around your body and holds you immobile. What's your guard?
It is
8?
18.
18. Okay. So it's coming down, and it attempts to take a bite at you. As it comes in for its final strike, one of your halberds has been held upwards, and it accidentally slices itself through the halberd. So we're now down to 5 out of 6 of them, and you take 3 damage. And for the other 4 of them, each of them are basically going to take a shot at the rest of you. So we'll start with Menger. What's your guard?
11.
Okay. Luckily, it's only the minimum 3 damage. And as it sort of bites into you, its teeth sink into you, and you realize that it isn't necessarily really teeth. It's just more of sort of the cactus outside. And so you actually have persistent damage on you now from all these sort of like cactus briars being stuck into you. And Marcello, what's your guard?
13.
Okay.
Oh, thank heavens I got that blasted cactus crab off my leg. Thank goodness that ordeal's over with.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, boys.
What are you all looking at?
I believe you're a little bit screwed, good sir.
This is the part where you die.
Yeah, you're just dead there, bud.
What is that? 30?
30.
Yeah, you're fucking dead.
That's
it.
enough. That would have been enough to.
There goes your funding.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what?
Yeah, you're
Wait.
down to 0 hit points. That did 30 damage. Something you could do is you could attempt to defend against this, but I don't think you'd do much better personally. But yeah, you can do a defend action. This might be a very, very good time for some of your good magic. So think of some
What the hell?
creative way to defend yourself. We can come back to you. We'll do everybody else first, and I'll let you think through that. Sonark, what's your guard?
15.
Okay, so that's 3 damage, and you also have persistent damage placed on you. So sort of the same thing is happening to you. I'm sort of imagining that maybe you teleported up, it saw you, and then grabbed you midair.
And now you're just hanging
Yeah.
in midair from from your shirt collar or something. Like the pines of a cactus snake.
And then Ekai, what's your guard?
13.
It basically, we're going to do success with a twist. So it's going to deal the minimum 3 damage to you. And as it goes in to strike you, it partly grabs onto you. Oh no, it grabs you by the midriff and starts to squeeze in like really, really hard, like bite in really hard. And then it hits the bag of core crystals and boar crystals that you have and like keels over and dies. Because it wasn't, it's like that time, you know, when you're like eating and then you accidentally bite onto the fork. Except this time it just killed them. They were biting so hard. So we're down to just 4 of them. Vince, what was it that you were fluffing?
All right, so I like throw my quill. There we go. Throw my quill on the map and just make a little mark on it, hoping I got it in the right place. And what that does is clearly all it does is leave a little line. And what good is a single line on a map going to do? Suddenly, the cactus and I are both swept away by a raging flash flood that is creating a river.
Oh.
Like, just crashes in with a thunderous roar and just sweeps us both out of sight. It kind of messes me up, too. But I didn't have much time to think that through.
So that's going to be... That's going to be an energy roll, which you actually have, even though it says 5 on your character sheet, that's actually a 6 because of your extraordinary focus, your atlas. So you basically are pulling out your atlas and making this map on the fly. So the challenge rating is 32.
Oh, jeez.
Pretty high.
You asked for exploding dice in the campaign. You get exploding dice in the campaign. There we go.
11%.
All right, 11%.
That's not that
That's
bad.
all right.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
All right, let's do this.
Never tell me the odds. Oh my
god.
Okay, so you're down to 0 hit points. I'm just imagining, and it isn't even from, like, if we fluff it, it isn't even from the Anacactus. It goes in for a strike, and then it just hears this from the side, and it turns to look at it just to be hit by a wall of water, and that's the thing that knocks you out. Not the.
I imagine that I'm still
Anacactus
like
itself.
hanging up in the air, so I can't even see what just happened to him.
But you're not dead yet. You're just incapacitated. So we're down to just 3 of these guys, and it's y'all's turn. So one of the cacti is wound up around Morgul, and then there's 2 more.
What you're gonna see his he's going to try and eat his way out of this. By chewing through this cactus. At least enough to let him go. Well, what's the challenge rating gonna be?
We'll still do it at a 13.
Okay. And I'm assuming no disadvantage or advantage?
There we go.
Do the thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, again, you're not really sure where he's biting this from. But all you hear is the hiss of this cactus as it topples down, and you just see the body of it starting to rush towards the nearest cactus.
Okay, so what's happening right now? So Morgul has just destroyed one with the power of his jaw, and the other, he's charging towards the other cactus right now. Is basically what's happening.
Yes. And he's
For an
using
attack.
the body of one of them to attack the others.
Oh, I see. I see.
What if I use the telekinesis to kind of like rip the body towards me as he's swinging it?
I could whip up some cactus poison really quickly.
Okay, what about, how's this for like a action for me? What if I go up to the cactus, the Anacactus he's charging towards, take my staff, which is still like really bright, and then shove it directly into its eyes. Maybe even like take the snake, and then there's that little hole in my staff, right? And then just loop it through that hole so its eyes are right next to the light. Yeah, and then also, because I have the snake wrapped around my staff, I can set it up so that it's easier for him to get a swing at it. Like maybe raise it up above, like, hey, over here.
So we're just gonna leave the dead guy.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if we get rid of all the cactuses, then we can protect him safely. And this is getting rid of all the cactuses.
No, it's not. No, there's still going to be one remaining.
No, because you're doing a multi-attack, I thought.
Oh, wait. You're right. Okay, wait.
Or a multi-target,
Oh, in that case,
rather.
Yeah, then I can do a multi-target. Okay.
All right.
I wasn't initially planning on it, but if you're gonna let me, yeah, I'll do a multi-target.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I mean, it's not really
Alright.
in the rules, but that was such a good success, I might as well just let you do whatever the heck you want. Because it's fun.
All right. Okay. I think I have my move. I'll pick up some dirt on the ground or some rocks. I'll throw it at the 2 remaining cacti, and then transmute the dirt into some horrible acid that will burn them.
Morgul, go ahead and make your roll. Oh my gosh.
What?
Those are the
Holy
worst D10s
Fucking
ever.
10.
Okay,
Ah,
So dead boy.
so we're gonna do success with a twist. But because all of you assisted, all of you are going to get a twist.
Hold on. Hayden, twist idea.
Okay.
He successfully does the attack, but because I'm holding the snake, like, in front of my face, it knocks the staff into my head. The snake into my head, too. And it still dies.
Okay, and then Ekai, you get knocked over and fall into Ekai, which then spills the acid on himself as well. And the one anacactus that is still standing up, which is currently holding Sunark up in the air, gets timbered over. So they're all dead, but Morgul, you're still biting into this thing, and so you just take the minimum 3 damage. And then Sonark, basically from your perspective, you were up in the air, and then out of nowhere you hear a roaring flood, get splashed with water, and then from down below you hear Morgul and land on your face.
And I still haven't teleported this round either.
Right. Into the flood
gosh,
you
take it
go.
off.
oh no,
We go into the flood.
no.
Holy
So where exactly is Marcello located?
I'm
is he
assuming
in the
you guys
flood too?
you're still in the general vicinity, but it's like there was just a lot of water.
You made a very small river.
Yeah.
How is as precise as I can say right now.
As I'm falling, I'm just like smacking the gauntlet, trying to get it to teleport before I hit the ground.
It's like
And then it does it right after I hit the ground.
Oh,
It's like you hit the ground, you land on Ekai, and then you land on the fucking core crystal on top, so you just bang your head concussion style, and then it teleports you in there.
Face plant, and then I just disappear again.
Oh my god.
the Atlas.
Oh, I turned your maps into medicine. Be thankful for your life.
I'm just devastated. My face falls into the mud as I just
you're just like let them finish me.
I feel like I would just be temporarily unconscious from getting clobbered by a limestone staff.
Do you guys want to do some healing?
be in sore need of
Yeah, it would probably be good.
Yeah.
You know, something.
So I think what we could do is you guys could decide to take an extra day to rest, and we'll put you guys up to full, or we could do like a few healing rolls really quickly, and then have you guys move on, which I think would be more realistic, since you guys are probably wanting to get out of this forest.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Yeah,
So-
this is disaster.
So whoever's the best at healing, go ahead and make your healing roll, and then we'll just do a blanketed heal. We'll just assume that you succeed the same amount for everybody.
I must thank you, Feathered One. I owe you my life. You owe me a new Atlas.
Dang. Okay, so that's a success.
Oh wait, no, because it's not
yeah.
the.
We gotta roll
20, so
2d6. So Carol
Yeah,
dash
so it's
R 2d6. Oh my gosh.
No.
Hey,
Roll it again. We'll do 2 plus whatever you roll next. That's
Oh.
ridiculously low.
1.
1 in 36. Hayden.
Okay. Everybody's back up to full, apparently.
Jeez.
Okay.
what the
somehow Sonark is able to logic his way into getting all of you back to full hit points. For the sake of the story and moving on, you guys move on and make your way through the rest of the cactus forest with relative ease, and you go through the whole next day, and suddenly the fog clears, and you find yourselves at the edge of a massive desert. As you look out along into the sand, it is time for the sun to set once again, and looking directly west, you're able to watch the beautiful sunset over the golden dunes, and that will take us to the end of today. And I believe that's a really good stopping point for today. We technically still have 30 minutes left, but we said 2 to 2.5 hours. And I think that this is, I don't know about you guys, I think this is a really good stopping point.